conference. Thank you for the time. As for the program, it is greetings. So I've already greeted you, but we will not get such a time, such opportunity. So I want to continue with some exhortation, so to say, as after advising, giving suggestions to my children. And I want to also remind ourselves with our respected Pastor Jacob, who has read out a few verses from the Bible, and he reminded us that God helps those who help themselves. You see, I'm sorry to say, but we Nagas have been very theoretical. People have come step by step, and now they have come to the moon, they have come to Mars also. But we Nagas, it's hardly 100 years. We have come out straight from the jungle, and immediately after coming out, we entered into the modern world of 20th century. We started driving the cars, flying by aeroplane, started using computer, watching TV like this. How we are confused? We're confused. But let us remind ourselves that modernization is very different from blindly adopting the ways of the West, Europeans, especially Americans. Because we Nagas, we are just blindly adopting the modern ways without any, say, protect of our own. So please listen carefully, do not misunderstand it. We do not understand now, but you may realize it wrong. I want to just say about the Japanese soldiers who fought through the Southeast Asian region, say Malaysia, Burma, that time it was Burma, now it's Myanmar. Those regions are much hotter than Dimapur. They fought and they reached Kohima. Can we do that? Can our young Nagas, you students, can we do that? We just help others wear the modern attire, use our modern facilities like mobile phone, all these decorative lightings, all this. But can we fight like the Japanese? Japan has just 125 million population, but they have been better than the most European countries. China with 1,400 million. Japanese are going even ahead of that huge country, China. What about us in us? Rahul Gandhi, we all know. Rahul Gandhi still again the local student union concluded the local students union, the Rima students union, the out students union, the students union thought that the cultural exchange, which was a part of the Latin Jubilee celebration, should not just come to an end. There should be certain continuity as to look forward. Therefore, a kind of consultative meeting was taken, and very briefly, we did not come to any particular conclusion regarding the nomenclature. Therefore, in all its simplicity, the initial of the stripes was used as SARK.
Rima and Kios. Well, circumstantial compulsion made the Rima Students' Union to walk out of the generic term SAR, and therefore, with the departure of the Rima Students' Union, a kind of a new vision was laid before the three students' body to actually come up with a proper nomenclature, which is being used as today, as called the Central Nagaland Students Association. The very intention of this association was, as founding member, or we the founding members, our intention was to explore possibilities of a unity through cultural differences. Well, even now and before, many Naga tribes, we have been talking so much about unity, peace, and understanding. But we are not able to actually set a kind of parameter or a method to reach that unity. So, we thought by trying to find out the cultural similarities amongst the various tribes, we can give a new kind of an idea to find out rules so that we can be united through cultural similarities. That was the main intention. When this association was formed, I must also tell you that there were a lot of Naga brothers, Naga tribes, who were actually misinformed, and many people, they even wrote in the paper, especially against me, with certain negative elements, certain negativity, totally overshading our intention. The founding members would look about as if we had an intention to divide the Naga community. I must also tell you that we also got phone calls telling us that you should not divide the Nagas. Well, if there are no positions, no challenges, there is no fun in doing what you want to do. I always enjoy oppositions, and I enjoy the most if the opposition is very stiff and determined. Well, time change will change. I'm sure now a lot of the Naga community also has started actually accepting the CNSA, because
Minister of Higher Education and Tribal Affairs, Government of Nagaland. Respected our leaders, our special invitees, I'm so sorry that I cannot pronounce the name of you all, but thank you all so much for accepting our invitation and for gracing this 4th General Conference of Central Nagaland Students Association. Thank you all so much. Well, Central Nagaland Students Association, our team of office, we were nominated in the year 2018 at our 3rd General Conference, which was held at Boca. We have 6 executive members. I was nominated to be the president. Myself, I am Himanto Diopto, the president of Central Nagaland Students Association. All my executives, they are all busy in their own parts, so I'll just read out the names of my executives. Inowakamur Locha, he is the vice president of CNSA. Mr. Lepimo Kansope, our general secretary. Inobu Tsukushi Kyunshin, our finance secretary. Inobe Sabatran Mule, our cultural secretary. And Inobe Jefe Su, public, city and information secretary. This is the executive of Central Catholic Students Association. Thank you all. May God bless you all. Now, Monsignor Shikiti.
Now, I would like to thank God for this beautiful event. A very good evening to you all. My name is Zoe, President of the Students' Union. And today we are here with 121 directors. Thank you so much. All the attendants and listeners, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Long live CNSA Learning.
Most respected special guests, now leaders of different organizations and three tribes on the dais and on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. Well, my name is Kato Piaomi, the President of all Civil Students Union for the year and year 2022-24. The SPK executives and delegation of all 100 communities favorably to exchange of. So please honor to be a part of this Modernization Association for General Conference. May God bless this conference. Thank you all.
Good evening, everyone. My name is President of Professor Munda. The Professor Munda here with 100 delegates. The Professor Munda also wish CNSA a very grand success of this conference. God bless CNSA.
Founding members like Sri, NSN Lota, my colleagues from the party who are on the dais and on the dais, leaders from the three tribes who are sitting right beside me, and press and media, and the chairperson. Thank you very much. Actually, I was supposed to be there tomorrow, so I fast forwarded to today. I come here and stand here to greet the CNSA and all the affiliated student leaders and bodies on behalf of myself and behalf of the people. The fourth edition of this CNSA Central National Students Association, the General Conference, which is held here today, I believe that it has a lot of meaning behind what you just see. And I know that young minds are sitting here with a lot of elders. I won't take much time, but before I say what is in my heart, I would like to request all the House student representatives who have come here to stand up once. Thank you very much for your presence. Young people are young in heart, and they want recognition. They want devotion towards themselves. They aspire, they dream, they plan, they fail, and then they stand up. And I think CNSA crux is that. When I make the House students stand up, it makes them feel good to see them being acknowledged in the midst of the other two tribes. You may not give them gold or silver, but by being recognized as a leader, as people here, they feel honored and good. The crux of Magdalene today is the division that we have brought forward. The crux of today's tribes of Nagaland, but for all the tribes of Nagaland, that is the 17 tribes of Nagaland. And that is the vision we need to carry forward. While building ourselves, we should not forget the others. While striving forward, we should lift up the others. And may the unity of the Ao, Sumis, and the Lokas, the students, and also our senior body members, struck forward with that vision for a strong Nagaland today and for tomorrow. I always say to people, I meet a lot of feminists, at the same time a lot of people who are feminists. Women always talk about women empowerment. Women always feel that they are being deprived. I met a few ladies yesterday who were writing poems on how they feel and how they were feeling that they were being deprived. So I asked them, thank God that there are women who write those kind of poems. Men cannot write poems on how their deprivation is. I want you to understand, boys, what I'm trying to say. So, there is no story to be written about the deprivation that we, as the Sumis, Aos, and Lokas, also face. We may say that we are not here as an association for only cultural and traditional fellowship, but we are also here to make our presence known. We are also here to make sure that greater unity amongst us is achieved for greater good, both socially, politically, economically, traditionally, and culturally. I am telling you, if we go and take the right path, the CNSA and its affiliated students will be the epitome of a new future for Nagaland and for all the tribes. We need to build better narratives. My dear young minds, we need to build narratives of our people. We need to build narratives of the Nagas of Nagaland. We need to be bold. We need to hold our future even if we may not be there. And we need to be humble so that in our humility we can say boldly what we want for our people. My dear young friends, history will not repeat itself. Today will not come back tomorrow. And what you have today is what you are grounded to, and you should fearlessly walk and assert yourself. Today, there are hundreds of students and young minds with leaders of our tribes and our society and our peers. Do not just listen tightly. If we forget to make narratives for our people, for the people of our state, for you as students, then we do not have a future. We have been diluted and diverted in wrong narratives for our people. We have a lot of conferences, please don't think back. And we have a lot of what you call consultative meetings. But we don't have conclaves that speak about the new narrative for our state. There is a lot of difference between consultative meeting, conference, and conclaves. We talk about consultation. We only want to hear what I want to hear. We only want to hear what I want to hear. You only want to hear what you want to hear. There cannot be proper consultation in that. I pray that tomorrow CNSA will have conclaves on the future of Nagaland. Let us have hosted conclave on the discussion on tomorrow's digital Nagaland. Let us have a discussion and conclave on the tribal rights and heritage of our people. We need to build a narrative. Somewhere, if you see our society today, some narratives have come from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s and 90s onwards. And you and I, the young people, are trying to walk in it. But we are unable, because those narratives are outdated. Some of us are trying our best to contain the young minds in that narrative. But the young minds and heart have broken free. We are not able to control it. Our people are a people of narratives. Just imagine, we say something in social media and it keeps on going and the young people keep on following and it becomes your trend, it becomes your fashion, it becomes your style. Most of you look like the K-pop stars. I try to be, but I can't be. You have built your mindset with that narrative of that picture, of that look, and of that thing. So, where is the narrative of a new Nagaland? Where is the narrative where all the 17 tribes of Nagaland exist together peacefully in prosperity, in peace, and in development? Who are the people who don't want to see us develop? Who are those people who want to divert us out of the narrative of our future? We have to project that to ourselves, not to others. So my dear young friends and my dear seniors, leaders of the Central Nagaland, I need to tell your name, I'm sorry. But we need to build in the narrative and working on that. Our forefathers were hardworking people. Our forefathers toiled the soil of the land and fed themselves. We are the children of the soil of the land. Today, 70% of us are not doing that. We have a narrative in the way to grow wealth. We have a narrative in the way to build ourselves, which has not been guided to us by our seniors. I'm not blaming the seniors. Instead, somewhere lost in the middle, the seniors want to become part of that narrative which is completely wrong. The narrative of building too many unions is one of them. Please don't do that. Be centralized to the need, to the reality of what is there. Young people are getting frustrated. And I want to address this issue to all of you. We need to discuss, come together, and build the narrative that you want to see happen amongst you in the state. And don't go alone in that. Just don't take our students and brothers in that. Take along our people together and show them what a narrative we want to build together. has come together with a lot of complications. We are all very much advanced in the input of information, in the input of both distorted, good, bad information. Young children live about you who are young men and women. Young children are getting access to all kinds of information. Better and faster than the older generation. Suddenly, narratives are built through those information. I have seen my brother's children speaking in the language of the cartoon language, which I don't understand. Because he doesn't see that video or something in that mobile phone. Young children, as young as 4 or 5 years of age now, are getting into all kinds of makeups. And they feel good about it. That is the narrative we are building. Many people want to be president of Andawala, Aluwala, Thelawala, Rikshawala, ambulance wala. That is another narrative of making money we have started to build. The other narrative is, if no fight gets done in the name of sovereignty, to the heroes and the mountains of these three people, and beyond, about your unity. And how do you do that first? Is kindly exchange your phone numbers, know each other. Not to become girlfriends and boyfriends tomorrow, but to know each other, to incorporate each other, to encourage each other, and keep no distance between you all as you build a new narrative of a new Nagaland, of a new unity, a new strength that will enforce the future of our state. You all have come after a great time. I receive conference call, then it is going to be foolish. If you find somebody that you want to know more, kindly say, I want to know you more. If you find somebody that you want to change your number and become friends, from which village you belong, from which region you come, who you are, kindly build that bridge. Just by having a CNSA 4th edition conference will not make the impact that is needed. The impact is you. The future is you. And you are the present person. So kindly do so. Lastly, can I ask all of you, how many of you have Twitter accounts? Can you raise your hands? How many of you have Twitter? Twitter. You can reach White account through Twitter. You can reach the Prime Minister of Twitter. You can reach the leaders of this world through Twitter. You can reach me, and I can reach you through Twitter. Kindly like the man. CNSA President Rahul, I request you that before they vote, they all have Android phones, and they will take all the photos and post in the Instagram. But before they do so, ask them to open a Twitter account. And CNSA itself need to have a Twitter account. Right or not? You have a Twitter account? CNSA? Central Naga Students Association need to have a Twitter account. Then all of you open. You have participated in the 4th edition of CNSA. If you don't show your participation to the world, to the people, then how will it be? So thank you very much for this evening. I cannot say many things that may take more of your time, but I'm glad to have been invited by CNSA to this 4th CNSA conference, and I'm so happy to see my leaders and also my students, my colleagues and my friends, that together we will chart a very good future Let's keep on hoping, let's keep on building. Tuk nanin,